the tournament for the first time in. Shot clock at 10. This is Lawrence. Pretty reverse. This is a Miami team that is battle-tested, won their final 4 regular season games by a combined 8 points. Big road win for Notre Dame. Also took care of North Valley. Freshman of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference this season. 2 minutes gone by. This is Jaquan Newton. That old man quickness. A senior out of Philly, top 10 in school history and games played. His 127th appearance today. Look at Krutwig. Incredible agility. St. Petersburg native. Shot clock down at 5. Here's Lakes. Look at the little guy amongst the trees as he's knocked to the deck. And then look at Lakes. Rip it back. The fifth.
Forrest, but he certainly dug for that acorn right here.
Here's Ben Richardson now out front to Custer. That's a 3. Heart and soul of this team. Shot from Hewell won't go. And Richardson the other way. Here's Dante Ingram. And look at this senior dialing it. Back comes Ingram. His pass stolen. Well played by Lawrence. Lakes basket hanging at the other end. And his story. Sister Jean Dolores Schmidt. And in those emails that she sends to the players, guys, she'll send a personal note telling them what to do, what every home game. She's here in support. She is a 10 to the floor, 4 of 5 shooting. At least they started. Just not many looks down the stretch. Good find there as they go underneath. Here's Clayton Custer. Now out front to Ingram. Ingram such a fantastic first time for Miami. Play clock at 10. Wardenberg inside.
He took 1-2 and stood there and passed it.
Field goal percentage also at the top. Defensive field goal percentage.
Body inside, and as you can see, they're doing a good job scrambling the Ramblers.
Miami, no field goals in more than 5 minutes.
That's not here. They use a lot of high screen and roll.
This is Custer underneath to Krutwig. Third basket for the terrific team that Moser has put together in Chicago. Here's Walker. Desperately needing for a foul. Here's Richardson in the corner. And a Krutwig turn back.
Foul impossible in that
See the shooting. Nice the Ramblers beautifully done. Here's Richardson in the corner.
Good pass.
Jackson walked inside. DeJuan Hewell with the denial.
DeJuan Hewell using his size, and Jackson thought he had an easy one. And look at Lonnie Walker.
Themselves in trouble. 6 turnovers thus far. They only turn it over about 11 times per game.
Jackson.
We need to play defense. We need rebounds so that we can get out and run. Let's run. You want some more?
Happy to have you with us. Spiro Diaz, Steve Smith, and Elmore, Raz Gold on Wood A. That is Newton.
It's got high screen and roll.
Either team, guys, from 3-point distance. Lucas Williamson. Missouri Valley comedies on television all year round right here on True TV. Jackson getting his hands dirty and an extra possession.
And get over the screen. The big is helping down. You got to be able to attack that big and make a play. Look at that pass.
Beautiful find. Put it down and help the floor comes Marcus Towns. Towns all the way to the cup. 4 points.
It's movement without it. And when Walker gets the ball, guys can't be.
With the big freshman first to the corner. What a pass inside the Skopna. Under 2 minutes to play. It's fouled up on the perimeter. Shot clock at 3. Here comes Walker. Contact no. Offensive rebound. Hewell. Count it. They really work hard to get to the tournament down the stretch.
On the backcourt of Miami.
Fans climb to as high as 6th in the AP poll.
Clayton is coming off of. They're getting easier looks. They just have to knock him down.
Jackson short. Offensive rebound. Williamson. And a beautiful 3-second difference. Shot to game clock. Shot clock at 5. 8 seconds left in the half. This is Newton. Here comes the senior from Philly. No. Batted out for Silovich. Good look. And he puts it down. And that takes us to halftime here in Dallas. Fourth in the final AP poll. Playing without their star guard, Bruce January, and Krutwig squeezes it for the Ramblers. Custer from deep. Not even close. Battle for it. Krutwig takes. The freshman Krutwig, 74% free throw shoot. And 2 of 4 here in Dallas. Winner of this one advances to take on Tennessee.
Krutwig was kind of man zone except for the high screen. He's just manning up in the middle.
Shot clock down to 6. Walker. Done. Right.
Good of center on the offensive end as Krutwig is. He's not going to block any many shots.
Custer tried his hands again.
All over the court to Lonnie. And Lonnie got a chance to Walker the fourth to drive it extremely hard without a pick and roll.
Lawrence, beautiful lob. Hurricanes in the dance for a 3rd straight year. 10th time in their history. 3-point shot.
Back that quickly.
Richardson's 3 won't go. And then Richardson the swat. Coming out of nowhere. Lakes. Little back in his hands. Inside to Newton. Masterfully done by Lakes. Time left ankle as he tries to get back into the play. And look at him make this steal. Incredible. Up the floor comes Towns. All the way to the rack. In the NCAA tournament. Talking about Loyola for the first time in 33 years. And a very nice tip of the cap to them.
Scored 13 to 6. And we talk about the offense because we've seen some outstanding plays on offense.
Jackson! Earlier grew up about 20 minutes away, Dallas suburbs of Cannondale here. And just minutes after the field was announced, he called his mother and said, "Mom, I'm coming home." Bucket. 11-4 extended run for Miami. Richardson staying in the game, and look at and the rebound corralled by Custer. Up the floor to Williamson. Another beautiful shovel pass.
Onto the small lineup. Knows you're trying to get back in this game offensively, but they're having a hard time rebounding. Zundu on the glass. Hurricanes are up, but only by 2.
He's seen for a number of years, of course, Northwestern. Terrific run that they had last year.
Mosier just stole some minutes with Andre Jackson playing a center spot to Cameron. Got a chance to step back in, and there's Williams.
His Zundu's legs out from under him. Sent a little message there with the physical play.
Lucas Williamson, a 3. Here's Vasilovich, tough shot.
Did a nice job with the pump fake, and then drove it, and that's a tough shot he made look easy.
Izundu turning back the freshman Williamson. 4-point Miami lead. Look out, Lakes run into by his own teammate Izundu, and then Custer all by himself to this Loyola team all season. Cheering on her Ramblers in Dallas. Lakes can't hit. This is Walker off the offensive rebound.
Let's go pick it up after he knocked down that 3-point shot.
Not sure if Wardenberg heard of Mo Malone going up in New Zealand. Ingram from deep. Splash! So impressive today. The senior from Chicago, Vasilovich, and he knocks it down. Under 8 minutes to play. Custer! And now
Miami's only turned it over twice. So it's pretty near flawless the way these guys are handling it.
Great execution. Look at that. The timeout.
We saw some of the pictures on Twitter and online. Thoughts and prayers with
Matthew Jackson.
Yeah, that's the game right there. High screen and roll and get some movement.
Here's Lawrence off the steal. Bounce left wing, Lakes. Can't put it down, but Lawrence is... Richardson, after turning his left ankle earlier in the half, staying on the floor. Showing some toughness. Jackson. Down 2 with 3.5 minutes remaining. Boy, have they been good down the stretch to get into the tournament for a 4th time. Under the watch of Jimmy. Shot clock down to 10. Here comes Newton in the corner. Inside to Hewitt. He's going glass.
A touch. But he made it look good from Newton off the glass in the paint.
And this strong Loyola contingent right now sitting on their hands is very tough and gritty about this Miami team. They've been here before. Krutwig, the big freshman, gets a friendly.
Stood his ground and then got a hand in the steal on that play.
Again, time and score situation. Work for the best possible shot. Doesn't have to be well. It would have been another option.
1-1 for Ingram. Critical miss. Brentwood trying to keep it alive, and then a jump ball is called. Boy, it looked like Lakes was fouled. Marcus Towns a little bit aggressive. The possession.
Key to that last call would have been the fourth foul on Lawrence, and that would have put him in obviously some jeopardy.
Here's Williamson holding. We come up on the final 60 seconds. Custer from deep. Splash! We are tied at 60.
That was a huge play. You call that hammer where the ball goes on one side and then there's an up screen. Beautiful call by Porter Moser.
2 seconds left. A second round date with Tennessee on the line here in Dallas. Here's Newton holding. Shot clock down to 6. Newton, long 2, and he sticks it.
I mean, he's a gamer. Jaquan Newton turned down the screen, told Hill, I got it. Drove it hard, got some separation, and knocked down a clutch shot for the Hurricanes.
Call this number all the way from the bench.
Towns is fouled.
Elevate like that, he made it look easy.
Marcus Towns.
Got to go for the hard foul.
The junior out of Edison, New Jersey, hit.
Been able to come get the basketball. Somebody else has to come help.
Walker popped off of his leg. Wow! A defensive gem by Williamson.
I'll give him credit for that, but he was trying to foul.
I thought when you
He
look
was
at it,
just reaching.
to get the basketball, he slipped, so he just reached for it. That was
Well, he went with
beautiful.
both hands because he was trying to foul.
No matter what, you got to give it to him.
He was trying to foul. Right, I give it to him.
I don't know if he's trying to foul, Land. I thought on that play he was going for the
first of
steal.
all, You got to foul.
Yeah, you do, but I think you first,
Well, he's
all
going
coaching
for the ball.
staff.
Yeah, first you got to get it in bounds, though.
Ingram throws into Custer, the junior. Shot clock turned off. Everyone standing here in Dallas. Towns! Offensive rebound, Krutwig, no! Rebound, Rodenberg, and Miami has it. 2 good looks at it inside for the Ramblers, unable to 5% at the line this season. First free throws today. Missed it. Here they come. One timeout, they don't take it. He got it! He got it!
Buzzer.
And the Ramblers are moving on. The officials have said that they will look to see if there is time remaining. So as Loyola celebrates, the officials going to the replay monitor.
Take a look.
Either way, time left or not, give Ingram a lot of credit. That is splash, and it's 4.4 seconds left. That's still a huge shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, he felt that one, Len. Watch him.
You had to.
He felt that one.
You had to feel it. He had time to dribble further in.
They will put 0.3 seconds on the clock, and the reaction from Jim Larinaga tells the story.
That's just nice. Like you can see, the defender was right there, but he got a chance to knock it down. But before that, fellas, Loyola Ramblers got that rebound and made that play possible. And Ingram shot that one with a nice little home run trot. Beautiful shot by Dante.
You know how that. See, there's the foul.
0.3, long pass, the